Alright, check it out everyone. We got the Bat Gremlin from Neca. So it's from the Neca Gremlins line. So you can see the nice window packaging there. It's all sealed up nice and pretty. It looks great on display. I actually have another one of these. So I have two. One for display and one to do what we're doing right now. There's a quick read on the back. If you'd like to read that, go ahead and pause it right there. Either way, let's remove this thing from its cardboard coffin and have a closer look. All right, so we got him out of his package and he looks amazing. Look at the amount of detail in this thing. So we're just gonna kind of just stare at it for a moment and take it all in before I start pointing out all the little tidbits of goodness in this little thing. This is amazing. The amount of detail is just, it's just so cool. It's so realistic looking. Oh man. So somebody had just said recently on my Hulk video that you can take a blow dryer and soften up the plastic and stuff. So that's a good idea with this one because I think this thing would look better. See, the wings are warped out of the packaging. See how they're warped like this here? And I thought maybe there'd be some wiring in here because there's some wire in the arms here because you have some posability right here. So you can feel the wire in there. So bend it back and forth and whatnot. But that's about it right there. Now I thought maybe there'd be a little wire up and through here. When I pulled it out at first, I'm thinking, oh, I can just bend those back out. But apparently you can't. So it's just warped like this from sitting in the packaging. Here, look at this one. This one's just as bad. So basically what you would do, based on what that fellow was telling me in the comment section, and I kind of remembered that from before, is that you get a blow dryer and you softly warm this up, and you can probably just kind of warp these back out because this guy would look great all flayed out like this, you know, on your stand. Or maybe you can kind of like lay it down and then maybe put something on here and kind of hold it there for a while. But I think the blow dryer idea is better. And one of the other cool things about this is that it came with, Neca provided us with a little plastic stand that you had to piece together. So you had a little piece up here, the main arm here, and then of course the plastic base, which is huge for this particular figure because it won't stand on its own. So we need to take a look at all the articulation and all the movable bits. So starting out at the head here, what I think is really cool is that you can fold the ears in like this here, and they kind of, you can see the little hinge joints right here in the back of the head for the ears, and it kind of moves them forward, and it's got this like almost like a Balrog. Like when I first did that, I thought of the Balrog, and I'm like, it's kind of got that little Balrog vibe to it from Lord of the Rings. And then you can just kind of pose them however you want, all the way back, kind of halfway, which I think if you look at it from this angle here, you can kind of pose it right about there. And I think for my taste, I think that looks pretty good like that. And then if you look closely here, you can open and close his mouth, and you can see the detail they put into this. It's just amazing. Simply amazing. It's realistic looking. Like, I'm blown away by this. And the fact that they gave us a little stand with this, it makes it easy to display. And talking about the stand, the reason why you need that is because these little wonky legs down here, this thing weighs like, I don't know, probably close to a pound. And there's no way these tiny little legs down here are going to hold that up. Plus the articulation in these isn't the best considering it's designed to be on that stand. So then you can pose it while it's on the stand and make it have a different look, if you will. So down here at the feet, you got some rotation, a little bit of wiggle here. Let's see if I can move this around here. And you can see what it's doing here. So it's like a slight little ball joint there, but everything's hindered. A lot of the articulation on this figure is hindered to some degree or another. And then like here up at the hips, same thing, just goes up and down like so. And it's got like you can kind of like kick it out a little bit, but it's all hindered by something else behind it or in front of it, underneath it. But that's okay, I don't mind. Because it's not, I mean, would it be cool if it kind of could stand? I guess. But the wings kind of just, they're just so back heavy. I mean, it'd be all right, but this is a bat. I mean, you want it to kind of like hang and float around, make it look like he's flying. And let's see, so the knees here, got a nice little bend, slight swivel in there, again, hindered by just the way it's designed. So you can see right there, it does bend pretty good. So you can give him like this crouching, like, I don't know, frog pose, like this here. and kind of flail the feet around and mess with it too much. I don't want to break it. But you can see what I kind of got going there. So, you know, there is some good possibilities with this while trying to pose them, but not the best. But, you know, you got to take the good with the bad with these type of figures because, you know, look at this thing. You know, they can't be like perfect, you know, and then it wouldn't look right. That's, you know, it's that simple. And like I said, there's wires up and through this thicker part of the arms here, so you can kind of bend these and mold these back a little bit. And like I said, you got to do something with these warped wings, or it just won't look right, because you can see how it's kind of just, it wants to curl up, because that's the way it was in the package, like this. And so we gotta make sure we get the blow dryer thing out and try that. I'm pretty sure that fellow was telling me that was spot on with that. And then let me bring it back here. Then see how it looks right now. And I think it'd be all right. See, because they're like rubber, but you don't want, like, obviously you wouldn't want like high heat on these, because then you would maybe bubble up the paint on there, and then the rubber and everything. So you basically just want to get this one piece right here warped where it's bent out. And let's see, so back to the articulation. So again, more limited articulation here in the shoulders. Excuse me, they want to like move out, and I don't want to force it, but I think that's as far as it goes. Unless I'm missing something, I've been sitting here pulling it around, and it doesn't really flail all the way out. So that's about it right there. And the elbow, got a nice spin all the way around with the elbow, and then some bendy action in there. You see right there, you get the little bendable joint right there. And then in the hands, of course, you know, you can spin the hands around and move them back and forth a little bit as well. No ab crunch, nothing crazy going on there. And then back here on the neck and the head, you got like a top part of the head is kind of like on a swivel of sorts. Nothing up and down. It's not a ball joint. It's more just a back and forth movement. Let's see if I can hold that. And then the lower part of the neck that's attached to the body here can spin around as well. So you can give them different looks. And I can tell you, it'll just take a little bit of an effort. You'll have to fidget with it a little bit to really get it the way you like it. And, oh, look at that. There is a swivel in there. Oh, it was stuck. Because when I first got out of the package, I was playing with it. Okay, so look at that. We discovered something right on camera. So there is a ball joint. And I was saying that to myself, too. I'm like, why wouldn't they have a ball joint up in there? But there is. It was stuck. I don't know if you heard it pop. But that's because it's been sitting in the box for so long. These came out so many years ago. It's just been sitting. And so there's some stiffness in there. Okay, so that's a win. Okay, so that works. And let's see. I think that's about it. Let's give you a look at the back real quick. Take that all in. And basically, all you do is get these wings fixed, pose it how you kind of want it to look, and I think you're all set. It makes for a great display. You get a few of these, you have a little Bat Army display thing going on. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so you can see I got them put on the stand, and you can see where I put it on. Let me show you how this goes. So I got it right here around his waist, and if you can see through here, the wings are detached along the back of the body here on both sides, so you can easily slide this into the back here on his waist, and then it actually holds quite well. So if you've got it like this here, it actually holds well. I don't think there'd be a whole lot, unless something goes crazy, an earthquake or something nuts. I don't think you're going to have any shelf diving with this thing at all. So then all you really want to do is there's joints back here at the top of the wings right here on the back. There's little joints right here. So all you do is you just bend these forward a little bit. Take your time with it though, I'll tell you. And one of the problems with the rubber, the wings here, they're kind of like pushing on it, it's springy, so it's resisting the joint right here, so it's kind of forcing it. So we have a little work to do with this thing. So if you get this and get it out of the package, you're going to need to get the blow dryer, and I think that's the answer. That's the trick to this. And then you can get it to kind of swivel out and get the wings straightened out a little bit. So there is a little work to be done with this thing. So I'm trying to, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm struggling. I'm trying to get this to stand properly on there. but it's giving me a hard time, and it wants to lean. But aside from that, so if you get yours, mine might be a little bit different. I think they all might be just a little bit different the way they're wedged in the boxes. But if you get yours, you're probably going to run into the same thing. It's going to be warped a little bit differently. You're going to have to finagle with it to get it right. But once you can get it right, you can see how it is on the stand. You get those wings flailed out there like that, and it'll look amazing. Yeah, this is probably 20 inches, 21 inches across. I don't know. I don't have a tape measure. I'm guessing here. But it's at least 20 inches across. So you would definitely need some good shelf space to display this. But it'd be worth it. Look at this thing. It looks amazing. And that's it. So there you go, everyone. You just saw the review of Neca's Bat Gremlin. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping in. Stay tuned. We got some more cool stuff coming up. Take care. We'll see you.